make my way some? I'm not sure. Okay. Okay, there it goes. Like ding. Yes, Bobby. Okay. Okay. Know the game's age rating in your region and consent to your exposure to highly disturbing content. Twitch has this clearly marked as mature audience. True rated game, slight profanity and vulgarity. What other things do we have? Political issues, sensitivity. Okay. Violent and graphic depictions should be highlighted. Mama? Hold on. Wait till we hear that it's Mama. Mama will come get you when we hear that it's Mama. Sit your butt down. I agree. Wait down here. Wait down here. Mama will come get you. Oh, I hate that it's so cheery. See, I already know some things about this game. Not a lot, though. Yay. Text speed dialogue. Enable content warning so I can say something at each time. Alright, all characters in this are 18, so they're all waifus, technically. Kind of. Don't jump down. No. No. The fuck happened? What? Did it just fuck? Did all my shit just fuck up? Where's all the bots? Robbie, come here. Never mind, Mama's home. Cool. New game. Alright. Love you all, but I hate you all. It just like disappeared for a second. What the fuck? Okay. All the bots are back. Oh, I have to read these, don't I? Shit. Oh, I'm supposed to shut up. I'm not doing voices because I don't do voices. I mean, I do voices, but I won't remember all the voices. What do you have? Pony top here. Hey. See an annoying girl run towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air, like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. I can see that. Figuro Sayori, my neighbor, a good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you've never seen yourself make today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently. I would get tired of waiting up. Well, if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Huh. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Vasquez. Well, if people start acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street and make our way to the school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Vasquez, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? Sure, it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when it's perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Hey, that sounds about accurate to me. I was talking about how I was worried you won't learn, socialize, or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years, because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit. Even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. School days are ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. So I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs! Sayori wanted me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori! Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you were just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late for your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah. No way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it'd be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Thus say marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the hall and upstairs into a section of the school I revisit. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Hi everyone, the new member is here. Didn't agree to shit yet? Told you, don't call me a new member. Glance around the room. Welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things. Oh god, joking on slow. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Vasquez, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? If we want to say something, say it. Sorry. Sorry, stuff my mouth. Natsuki. The girl with sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she's getting moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and thus turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. This is Yuri, the smartest of the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori, and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. Sounds like you already know Monica. Yeah, I said that right, Monica. That's right. It's great to see you again. Monica smiles. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most... I can fucking read. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. Come, sit. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. How about I make some tea as well? You also have a few desks arranged to form a table. As already mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Yuri. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a grab tray and Yuri opens the class up. Still feeling awkward, I sit next to Sayori. Natsuki probably marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh, Natsuki lifts the roll off a tray, reveal a dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica, I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks about her with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers and look at the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. Wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did, Sayori said. Well, maybe. But, you know, you, dummy. Alright. I give up Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. Keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Consulted Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. While teen reading might not be a pastime for me, I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow and smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Sometimes I shouldn't tell Monica I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? Probably be a board member for any major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if that encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are interested in putting out all the efforts of starting something brand new, especially when it's something that does grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals that much more important. I'm confident that we can really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Vasca, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read the past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build up deep and complex fantasy worlds. Those are usually pretty good novels. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. Telling a good story in such a foreign world is incredibly impressive, equally impressive. Yuri goes on clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walk in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Of course you have. I read a horror book once. I just really grasped something I can relate to at the minimum level. It's right, Yuri might as well have a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. If the story makes me think takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes are over to me for a split second. Never mind. It's already been another 15 minutes? Holy shit. Much like's appeared. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last month. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud. Give that back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori slides behind Natsuki and puts her hand on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, not blah, 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 blah. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you show them sometimes? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You didn't like them. Ah. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing everyone the deepest aches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your works, you can set an example of how Natsuki can feel and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sat in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Vasquez? Should have named it Papa Bear. Monika smiles warmly at me once. Hold on. Still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been going on in my mind the time. I never said I would join the club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. So I have other clubs to look at, and lose my train of thought. All four girls stared back at me with dejected eyes. Sorry, I thought, that is good. I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make clear-headed decisions when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. Thank you for the hugs, Briar. I think that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. That's I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Vasquez, since we're already here, you want to walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! The two of us depart to the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll get the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts to write the poem tonight. How are you doing today, Briar? Oh. I actually have to write the poem. That's not good. Damn those that pick this. Oh. Bubbles. Oh god, it's one word per fate. Milk? I don't know how this is gonna happen. Love. Fluffy. Vivid. Swimsuit. Chocolate. I have a feeling this is gonna fuck with how my. Oh god, there's 20 choices I have to make. I have to make 20 choices, and this is somehow gonna fuck with the whole thing. Childhood. Awesome headphones left. Puppy, lucky, lazy judgment. Lucky. Oh, intellectual pain days of crimson. Raindrops. Whistle massacre. Anime. Fantasy universe of verse. Death. Rain cloud. Sunset. Melancholy. Someone mentioned like horse, so we'll go with horse specifically. Nightgown. High melody. Anxiety. Joy. Misfortune. Waterfall. Silly desire. Skirt. Nature. Hurt. Shiny. Restrained. Kitty. Feather. Boop. Cheeks vanilla. Okie dokie. Captive. Poof. Unending. Candy. Frightening. Defeat. Vitality. Doki doki. Cause name of the game. Contamination. Bunny. Infinite. Treasure. Sunny. Vivacious. Promise. Marriage. Broken. Pink. Marriage. Lipstick. Family. Existence. Or clumsy socks. Journey. Sadness. Determination. Papa. Papa for Papa Bear. Music. Playground. Grief. Pleasure. Shopping. Hope. Philosophy. After. Image. Rainbow. Peaceful. After image. I have a feeling I just created a fucking horror story. And I don't like it. You all suck. I suck for putting this as an option. Hi again, Vesga. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Hahaha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfast into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sarah told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year too. I don't know if you plan on just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Natsuki found herself stuck between Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Manga is, in fact, literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Natsuki always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sarah, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? Might be a little jealous. How come? You and Vesga can become good friends too. Sayori? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, You're right. Even you something today, you know. Wait. Sorry. Eh? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? Eh? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. You'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Oh, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. That is. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Shyness is adorable. She even picked out a book that she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club, but that doesn't happen to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried into a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is roaming around the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from in the closet. She seemed to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. We're going to... I should auto-save, but... we're going to save anyway. Why do I torture myself with this shit? Need a quick mental break because reading sucks. I would not be fit for the literature club. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. She never put my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit that you're really into it unless you figure out where the other person stands. How'd you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written in your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns into a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight of the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? The series I've never heard of in my life. Probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Video appeared. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Glasgow. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls the first volume of Parfait Girls out of the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! Stare at the cover. Features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly mellow. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh, why's that? Guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You'll make me fear to weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. Didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulders, much more eager to begin reading than I. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through an older volume every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing really happened yet, so I can't talk at the same time. Looks like it's a bunch of friends at high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kinda grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make it up for the lack of plot. Hey, some slice of life shit is actually pretty fucking bomb and usually has decent plot. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be plot? Obviously. I think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot. I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is simple things. Like there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. It's really what makes it so good. So many touching parts. Ah, is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I understand you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? What? Atsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full power. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got into this manga. Like I would ever get into something because of it's in a manga. Feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Aha. Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you just watching me read, well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like I could get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't bring it up without them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it makes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Hmm? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page and suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minoria is my favorite character. You always feel bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. I just finished this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. Stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connected to someone like that. And being able to provide that Natsuki for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poem? Great, more reading. 4 hours of fucking reading. After these two come downstairs. If it's the same chicken, is it the same chicken my dad got?
Yeah.
Yes. Did you eat the 2 things sitting on the counter? The 3 little things on a plate? Yes. And yes, 2-week-old lunch meat is not good. Probably should. Go on upstairs, puppy. We can get you more. Oh, come on. Couldn't your timing be any worse? Sorry. I need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she got into me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it to Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really don't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try and get through this. But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then. I stand up, I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? I wrote something last night! Yeah, my relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. Couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Suri and Mon enthusiastically pull out their poems. Suri is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from the spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I... Oh... Cast your vote now! This is another decision I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy making, so we're going to... I don't fucking know. Natsuki. Told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. You did. You absolutely did, and that's why we're going to choose Natsuki. I mean, I did. It's probably only fair I share her mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the thing I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving my opinion. That's what the point of sharing in the first place. I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? What I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You're supposed to show me a dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. The fuck did I write? Apparently I wrote something really good. I hope you're happy. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. Now your retorts get caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you don't have to go around announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you actually never said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need me to show yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. That's not a horrible poem. I mean, it's more of a list of what they can do, but that's not the way you wrote it. You wrote, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek. Cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. It's got a rhythm to it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't going to like it. I like it. See? What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it and I realized. That's what I meant. That's what it meant. I can speak and read shit. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is here, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Show into my poem next. I guess we're going in order. Here you go, Sayori. This is a good poem. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? Guess you're right. That's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it so seriously. And to break up the seriousness of this, Araquid? Wasn't it? Pokemon appeared. I'm really happy that you wrote one. This reminds me how you are really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I won't break my promise. See? like I said before, Vesta, deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this is for other people. That's something you only really good. That's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. And I want to make sure you have lots of fun, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! No, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sun... Oh god, there's scrolls. There's a scroll. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could not sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. She clearly wrote this morning. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No? Just a little bit? You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. Still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Do we ever see the poem itself? Ah. Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buried her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. Might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I can recognize in new writers is when they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the words together. The end result is both the style and expressiveness are weakened. When Cherry finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's just so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit so biased. How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yori is apologizing for myself, to herself, to me, or not. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamy as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, she's got morbid shit. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future I bathe. Calms breathing air of the present, but living in the past. Light flickers. I flicker back. The fuck's that supposed to mean? Sorry, I have such terrible handwriting. No, it's very unique handwriting. You're good. I wasn't thinking about that at all. It took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. I also like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Really good at like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. What do you normally write? Are you into ghost story? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Vasquez. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and expressing this in their words. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem only being symbolically compared to a ghost, leaving her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, as soon as to be left with nothing. It's a lot more solemn putting it that way. And even notice that. It's impressive. Really enough. Well, it makes me happy to think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. Counting on you. And last but not least, Monica! Drink some damn coffee first. I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night, so I'm actually fairly tired reading this. And I am not a literature person, so these is... I can't think of the name of these things. What kind of story games? What the hell are they called? Whatever. These type of games. You know what I'm talking about. I usually just... Alright, let me get to the actual somewhat gameplay. Have a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, do you have any suggestions for the club, like the activities or things we can do better? I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Basket. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my poem. I like it, Basket. Really. It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It's it kind of makes me think that something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. There are lots of poems or stories out there that are no more than a few simple words. They can be funny, enduring, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would really apply to anybody. I see. So you're saying Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. so I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. That was weirdly weird. A tickle. Could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little biased towards their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Aha. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, it's not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? You see. Well, let's read that. God, what is... hole in the wall. Couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. A real blind like a film left out of the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Searching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he on the other side was looking in. Okay. One second. It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for a feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style is kind of pretty popular nowadays. There is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Hi, Zuli. We're being traumatized. It got voted on. The tiebreaker. What was the tiebreaker? What was it between? This also give me a break. I already know they die. All four of them die in some way. I know that. Spoiler alert, in case you've never seen this game before, this is actually a very gruesome game, and it's not a wholesome high school game. The title is totally a joke for anyone that knows what this game is like. It's very, very, very dark. And if I'm correct, it's super wholesome, and then it just nosedives to dark. Tiebreaker was between a horror game called Made Us Scare, this, and Control. So horror, or more horror. In fact, all three, when I did the voting in my own Discord, every single game that got a vote of some sort was horror. Our Souls Never Sleep, Made Us Scare, Doki Doki Literature Club, Ghostwire Tokyo kind of has some horror elements to it. Control and Buckshot Roulette. Love you all, but fuck you all. Why to make me scared? That's okay. I'm gonna finish my drink so I can make a different drink. This in goes the Diet Coke. God, this would be horrible if it goes the way I've seen it go in some little tidbits. This would be a horrible game to be stoned playing. And in goes the peach schnapps. Hopefully not too much, because I still have to work tomorrow. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some, I call it Pelipper, kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming out on strongly. Maybe after everyone's a bit better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just focus on yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. It's a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. It's literature club after all. I sigh. Guess that's why I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyes furrow in frustration, while Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language, eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Vasco did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I have new. Vasco liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what You're stands up well. Maybe you're jealous that Vasco appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Vasco started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. That's good. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. She can get over herself and learn to appreciate the simple writing is more effective. This would have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Meaning you should jump out the reader, not force them to figure it out. Let me explain that to her, Basket. Wait, there's a reason I have so many deep expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning them most effectively. Putting them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Basket? Well, how did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whoever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course it's going to be... In this case... Help! Not to keep glaring at me, drying up words to my mouth. So instead I turn to your ears expansive is so defensive that I keep bringing myself to say anything to her. Siri! Yeah? Everyone's fighting is making Siri uncomfortable. How can you two keep fighting when you're the one, when you know you're making your friend feel this way? It's good. Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to others to inject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sari wants to tell Yuri what stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. She didn't betray that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just few words. Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented, so why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they were always. Big and beautiful. Sari stands up triumphantly. Monika stands behind her, bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down, a blank expression of her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sari is vice president, whispered to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I may come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that kind of embarrassed me. Nah. It's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that just means Sari is amazing in her own ways, doesn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make good precedent, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's about time for us to leave. How do you feel about sharing poems? It's a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It's alright. Well, mostly. How about you? I'd say the same. Neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. Maybe you'll learn something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. Why do I have a feeling we're about to fucking nosedive? Maybe a little more about poems kind of way. Then you look, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. And I to myself with a newfound determination. I was filled with determination. Sorry. Wrong game. That's good. Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sari beams at me. Truly been a while since Sari and I spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sari, what happened earlier? What do you mean? You know, between Natsuki and Yuri? Does that thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I ever see them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make a good friend with you. Phew. You know, Asga, it's nice that you get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. This is secretly my fan club. Looks like Sarah still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sarah. Pat Surrey on the shoulders. Said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to find Surrey as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Ow. Ah, fuck. Jumpy! Parfait. Swimsuit. Romance. Restrained. I'm just determination because I said it. Desire. Lust. Sticky. Nightgown. Tragedy. Raindrops. Kitty. Unending. Horror. Skirt. Bed. I just have no fucking clue what I'm doing here. Anime. Games. Suicide. Okay. I have no clue what the fuck I just did. Do those actually do anything? Hold on. Those the words you choose in Doki. Okay, the words you choose for each poem determine which girl will spend time with you, and it's this time spent along with your choices make together determine which girl you get. Okay. So, in theory, if I wanted to specifically go towards a specific girl, I could. Good to know. But I'm enjoying the randomness. So another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Basket. Yo, sorry. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in the mood. I guess it's always a simple thing with you anyways. Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Car blast appeared. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Joey? Why that all of a sudden? No reason really. Wanted to look at it. Sarah nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets the contents spill into the dust. Only 2 small coins fall out. Ah, I knew it. I see right through you, Sarah. That's not fair. How'd you even know? Simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming to the club. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. So that only leaves one option. Ah, I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Ah, Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in a book as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri? Top asked her to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling that mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is far enough for retribution. I didn't mean that. Get a little too absorbed in my book. Really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. Doesn't happen much, but it's fun inside of you. There's no way you could think that. You're right, though. Did some bad, and now I have to accept the retribution. That. Still coming from you, Sari. I guess there's a little devil inside of all of us, isn't there? Heh. Don't let her fool you. Sari knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she would bring me to the club before she even told me. But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I tricked Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Suri. Out of nowhere, something smacks Suri in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Yeah, ow! What was that? A cookie. Sure enough, a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Suri glanced around. Is this a miracle? Because I paid my retribution? Actually, that one almost worked. I was gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It's totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, so nice of you. I'm so happy. Suri hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat. Suri rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Suri suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good. Natsuki. Fumbled that. Can I try? Jeez. Beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Suri gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up and nods Suri off her. Ow. Suri suddenly leans down and takes a bite of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful of Suri trots away to safely. Yuri and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Suri? Natsuki glances around. Monica is in the classroom. In the clubroom. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have you ever heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't heard either. It's a bit unusual. Hope she's okay. Oh god, I already killed Monica, didn't I? Probably just had something to do today. Pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She probably has more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? So the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Oh, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. Hope you guys weren't worried about anything. Nah, I just thought I killed you off already. Monica just club over her boyfriend after all. You're super strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't ready to play music at all. Really, I just recently started. I always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. Probably play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little better, I will. Yay! That sounds super cool. I keep fucking fumbling words and shit. I can do this. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Vezia. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot lately. And I'd really love the chance to share it once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. Just leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri in the back of her book and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Man, it's like no one wanted to bother me today. I slumped into the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? Next, I always read some of the book Yuri gave me. But I'm feeling a little too tired to read. Possibly fall asleep right now. Close my eyes and end up listening to Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably going to seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. Festival's our chance to show everyone what literature is all about. Problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing that everyone something that sparkles to their creative minds. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come in the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important to figure out how to get people to show up for the first place, you know? And after they come, we can do the thing to speak to their creative minds. What's that? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to hear her deliberating like this. Huh? That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? Kind. Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That's why that wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyway, we still need to work out the details of the event itself. Decorate your own cupcakes. Have her make the cupcakes, do a little frosting on top, and then if everyone thinks that they can decorate it with icing, let them draw on top of the cupcakes, get little sprinkles and shit they can put on it, and then it's just like, hey, you were creative. You can be really creative. What do you think about the literature club? Literature is creative. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding out motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things that make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't but wonder what it would be like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. Nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Wait, actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't a napping club. Does school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in your club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You still need to get used to it. Don't say that so loud. I glance over my shoulder and see Monica overheard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. Hey, it's what I do the best. Problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days this past week have you gotten up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me one of the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Sayori glances around herself. Oh, it's written all over me. You're clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all over here. I run my fingertips along the side of Sayori's hair trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need to brush this. Your hair's just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's something more. There's more than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's toothpaste stain in your collar right here. Try to wipe out the stain with their fingers. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's going to tell you about it because they don't want you to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. And you don't even keep that blazer buttoned up. Seriously, Sari. Why do you think you don't have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, you'll thank me later. Start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. This is so funny. What is? Well, I was thinking about how weird it is to have a friend who does these kinds of things. Don't say that. You make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay though. I'm happy we're like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. That button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to finally close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Even if you button it up, you would notice sooner or later it doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? It means your boobs are getting bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look much better now, so, why does it feel so strange to see Sarah's buttoned up like that? But it's so stuffy. It's not worth it at all. So he hides and unbuttons her blazer once more. Definitely not worth buttoned up. Phew. So much better. Sarah puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep this unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't let me do things. Wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else could anyway. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's a deal. Guess we're really better at taking care of each other than we are at taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so. So maybe you should come wake me up in the morning. You're doing it again, Sari. Aw, but I was joking that time. Man, it's possible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Monica suddenly calls out, why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Basically, I can't wait to read yours. Same. Failed. Still enthusiast, but Sari still trots to receive her poem. Oh, I still have to go through this every week. Apparently, Sari. Oh my goodness, this is so good, Vasco. I love it. Especially after yesterday's poem. You're too honest sometimes, Sari. No, but really, I want to put this on my wall. Can I? Sari? You must be seriously overacting. I'm not a good writer at all. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. I have no idea what I like either. Geez. I'm sure your opinion will be a little more constructive than this. Maybe you're not, Skis. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of people do, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Vasget poem. And that makes me feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Can you not randomly open up? Sari hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sari. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad. That's why I go by my heart. It makes me feel things, then I must be doing, and it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. But then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of the whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Excuse me. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try and keep that in mind. Well, whatever. Anyway, let's see. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. Happy and sad. Can't see you liking something sad, Siri. Well, I like happy the most. Sometimes when you're a little rain cloud over your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug. And maybe a nice happy rainbow. Sorry, that's unexpectedly poetic. Is it? Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Vasga. I should go write that down then. And read my poem now, okay? There's too much fucking reading. I'm so glad I should be able to only get this done in 2 episodes. There's way too much fucking reading. Especially when you're half awake. But I got this. Let's not accidentally choke. Holy shit. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie. Remember I said it was gonna drop? Holy shit. What? What? I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together, a little bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly. But there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle and keep it safe. I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight that make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave, discovering secrets, hitting it nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done. I open up and come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf one after the other, pulling them out to each one of my friends, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, and shards all over the floor. They are supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading something, but all I hear is echo, 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 inside my head. That's fucking dark as shit, sir. Did you really write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but, I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm used to you being cheerful. Nah, it's fucking creepy. Definitely poetic, though. For, like, depression and shit. Well, never mind. I think you're right about it. Point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing is the best. I'm gonna keep up writing until I die. Don't get out of yourself. Yeah, you really don't, because you ain't gonna be alive much longer. That habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a week later. ADHD! Woohoo! I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in your eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Next. Nah, just kidding. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different this time. Fair enough, you're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sarah's poem from yesterday. Yeah, you think so? Yeah, well, I guess you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Siri has a type all of a sudden? Well, I don't know, but honestly, how can someone so, Fluffy spends so much time with someone like you. Sounds like she's dragging around dead weight. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it weren't for me, she'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we each take care of each other in our own way. Whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, guess I'm supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wrinkly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders. So her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has lots of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friend starts to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. Doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. Doesn't matter if she keeps it private. Doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world's better off without spider lovers. And I'm gonna tell everyone. Not bad, right? It's quite longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Music's starting to bug me. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies, and it helps that people realize how stupid they're being. Like anyone would agree that the subject of the poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks it doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid of people to find out. They'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes as long as they're not hurting anyone and it would make them happy? I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that. I'm sure a lot of people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like conveying emotion is important, but I want people to think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm going to write a good one tomorrow, so look forward to it. Yuri? Let's see what you've written for today. How are you gonna say? Sorry, I was looking something up. This may be more than 4 things. What the fuck? I wonder how long it'll be. 'Cause I was curious. Oh yeah, 8 hours. Those maybe a couple of weeks. A couple streams. We'll probably get through like Act 1. I'm not sure. Especially since we're doing Doki Doki Plus. You know what? It takes as long as it takes. That's the way I'm gonna word it. Hold on, Basket. Your skills are already improving. Really? Thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. It's nothing. Just happy to inspire our fellow raiders. I knew you knew this, so don't worry so much. It seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of a little more danger. Metaphors can go a long way. Don't feel like you need to work your brain into like turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. Write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to truly enable your readers to see into your minds. Very intimate exercise. I see. That's certainly an interesting technique. Interesting. I have, an example of that if you'd like to read it. Of course. It's this poem you wrote for today. Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. The raccoon. It happened to the dead of the night while I was slicing bread. Real guilty snack. My attention was caught by a scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. I don't need this all fucking music anyway. Gave the raccoon a piece of bread. My subconscious was well aware of the consequences. Well aware the raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom. The bread of my hungry curiosity. The raccoon and urge. The moon entices its face and reflects much more of light off the cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eye of the raccoon friend. Her hand script is a fucking bitch street. I see why people fucking say something to me writing in it. I slice the bread fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I merely projected my emotions on the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken a following to me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me excitement. A rush of blood, classic Pavlovian condition. I slice the bread and I feed myself again. It's a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. A lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what the poem is about. That's right. A bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, if I take the face value, I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. It's supposed to mean feeding a raccoon, apparently. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I want to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more usual hobbies. It's those sort of things I'm usually forced to keep myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Oh, that's funny. Didn't Natsuki also write something about that? About something being ridiculed for strange interests? She did? Yeah. She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anyone. She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way? Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common. Well, that's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person that would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that. Don't worry, I have no reason to. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing with me. If I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Last but not least, Monica. Hey, good basket. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. Happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. We appeared Good job, appeared. I couldn't count on that. You'll never know. Want to share what I wrote today? Sure, here you go. Get my poem with Monica. Alright, I like this one. Makes me think of something Siri would like. That's so. You and Siri are really good friends, right? I'd be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Ah, well. We may be good friends, but Siri and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case. But maybe there's a lot of similarities that you might expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like you two really care about each other as well. Even if you showed up in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you would think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. Sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Suri's writing has kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. You shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me, the colors, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing and expanding, piercing, red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise that won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms. Squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. I have a feeling the load me is actually legitimately meant to load there. It's even more abstract than your last one. Haha, I guess it's just the way I write. Sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said it. Just kind of thing I never really seen before, I guess. I like playing with my space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like there's trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right choice. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of feelings or conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, no, every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when you might change your mind. Theoretically, I shouldn't change my mind at all. Wait, Steven, about your what am I even talking about? Aha, that's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. No, fuck this. I'm going with every decision I make. Okay, everyone, we're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everyone could come sit in the front of the room. It's about the festival. Well, sort of. We really have to do something for the festival. It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We don't need much more than a few decorations. Suri has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to have a poetry performance. Each one of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. The cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite the poems too. Sari's putting it all on posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Yeah. Sari, who's been coloring a poster, holds up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's a bad idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to perform in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. You could never, in my life, do something like that. Imagining it, Yori shakes her head in fear. Guys, no, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that's Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple days ago. It's a lot to ask them to recite their poems out loud in a whole room full of people. I guess it's kind of overlooked there, so I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event, each put on a good performance, and it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we will be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. For those reasons, we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share those with others, to inspire them to find the same feelings what brought you here in the first place? You know I do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sari looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sari and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The least we can do will help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. Guess I'll leave it to get over this. Alright. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone. You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I don't want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica, this is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I shall have to help everyone feel a little more comfortable. Can I go next? Of course. Now let's see. Monica flips through a notebook with specific poems she has in mind for herself. She then stands on the podium. The title of the poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting a poem. A clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is this something she's simply a natural? I glance around. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sarah looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face that I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. 4 of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thank you very much. I was hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Yuri? I'll go next. Yuri fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches the sheet of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she quickly walks over to the podium. This poem is called Yuri, and she glances it to us. You can do it, Yuri. It's called After Image of a Crimson Eye. Yuri shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform to the sharply syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, and she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glance into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her as if she's bewildered even herself. It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applying. Everyone joins me afterwards and gives Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we didn't want to applaud her, but we were caught off guard with that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. Looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm next then. Yuri hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Yuri, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Try not thinking of it like you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting to yourself like in front of a mirror or on your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best. I see. Okay then. Sarah begins her poem. Somehow I feel like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't famously cherry as Sarah is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I had to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes and we applaud. Did it. Good job, Sayori. Even Vasquez liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you really nicely. But it might be that other poems wouldn't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I really don't understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work so well. They might need a little more force behind them depending on what you're reading. Oh, I know what you mean. That's why I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of him. Next time I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know? Okay, now who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before Vasquez. It's not like I compare to you guys anyway. Might as well let Vasquez lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki. It's fine. Might as well get it over with. But it's not like I have much of a selection to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up and stand in front of the poem. Everyone has their eyes on me, make me feel terribly awkward. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident on my own writing, I try to put energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about it so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah, I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly gets out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. The poem is called, Why Are You All Looking at Me? Because You're Pristine. Anyway, the poem is called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little enthused, her poem has a rhythm and rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they bounce up and down as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes and everyone applauds. She hops back to her seat. That wasn't too bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do it again. Well, do you at least feel a little prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I'm doing it in front of other people will be way easier. I can put whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a surprise, Natsuki. I thought it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so. Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much to worry about for the festival. That said, I want to thank everyone for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope that you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll make pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geesh. You should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised that you're putting in all this effort for the club. Makes me really happy. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival's coming up, but let's try and write poems for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nice so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, well, I finished planning tomorrow, and then we'll have a weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. I can't wait. I can do this. Alright. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club, impressing Monica, then I'll do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two always going home together. Kind of adorable, isn't it? Geez, guys. Don't make such a big deal out of it. Must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to it? Okay, Vasquez, you don't have to say it. Whatever, let's go already. Welcome with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today Sayori's being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey Sayori. Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. Like how we get to, Semisair? Whatever, Pokemon appeared. Almost her words. So let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. what would you do? What kind of question is that? Kind of putting me on the spot here. Heh. Welcome with Yuri. Yuri, you really think I'd ditch you for Yuri? But, you're so beautiful and smart. Jeez, I already see you in club every day. Besides, you already seem to really like going home together. Though, I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, Vasca. Think about me too. Water. If you're gonna do a game like this, make sure you have water on hand. Holy shit. Reading sucks. I think at one point I wanted to do voice acting. Water is my friend. Yuri would serve it if she wanted it, so... Sorry, I've already made up my mind. Really can't figure out... Sorry. Besides, what's the point of speculating something that'll never go to happen? Conversation trails off. It's kind of weird that Sarah cares so much about me. I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. Who knows what will happen? Yay, more writing. Alright. Melody. Sweet. Empty. Heartbeat. Still I have no clue what swimsuit does. Rose. Childhood. Wrath. Sadness. Unrequited. Lazy. Cheeks. Funny. Depression. Bubbles. Giggle. Love. Lollipop. Lust. Romance. Oh man, last one here again. Don't worry, I just walked in too. Were you practicing piano again? Yeah, you must have a lot of determination. Upstairs, Bobby. No hiding downstairs. Starting this clip and now picking up the piano. Well, maybe not determination, but I guess passion. Apologize for the giggling in the background. Remember that the club wouldn't be here if it wasn't for all of you. I'm super happy that you're willing to help me out with the festival too. I can't wait for the festival. It's gonna be great. Weren't you complaining about it yesterday, Natsuki? Oh yeah, I'm not talking about our part of the festival, but the whole day of the school where we get to play and eat all kinds of delicious food. You sound a bit like Saria all of a sudden. Monica, do they usually have fried squid? Squid? That's a pretty specific thing to look forward to. Fried squid is delicious. Oh, come on. Aren't you saying you don't like squid? You of all people. I didn't say I don't like it. Besides, what do you mean by you of all people? Because it's right in your name. Mon-Ika. That's not you saying my name at all. Also, that just makes no sense in translation. Never mind. Let's just focus on our own adventure for now, okay? Fine. Your reactions aren't as fun as Yuri's or Sayori's anyway. Excuse me? You're Sayori anyway. Oh, there you are. Sayori's sitting at the desk in the corner room looking down at nothing. I walk over to her. Hey, Sayori. I wave my hand in front of her face. You're spacing out again. Sorry. Don't mind me. go talk to everyone else. Huh? Is everything alright? Of course. Why wouldn't it be? Feels like you're a little off. Sorry for assuming things. Geez, you worry too much about me. I'm fine. See? Siri shows a big smile. Don't let me distract you from having fun with everyone else. Well, alright. If you say so. Rory glanced at Siri before turning back towards everyone else. The conversation is already dispersed with everyone back at the usual activities. Maybe I should see if ask Monica if she noticed anything about Siri. Since they've been preparing for the festival, they must have been a long time. What's up? Hey, this might sound a little strange, but have you noticed anything, Siri, lately? Anything up with her? In what way do you mean? Maybe I'm reading into it a little too much, but she seems a bit downcast today. Oh, you think so? Can't say I've noticed anything about it. Monica appears across the room as Siri, who is idly dragging her rubber eraser. Stay up there! Appears across the room as Siri, who is dragging her rubber eraser up and down her desk. Maybe there's something on her mind. I haven't seen Mama, Bobby. But I'm surprised I'm not the one asking you, Basket. You certainly know her a little better than I do. Yeah, but she's never really like this. She always talked to me about things that bothered her. This time when I asked her, she was really dismissive. Sorry, I know it's not your problem. Just wanted to ask if you knew anything, so I'll drop it now. It's important to me too. I mean, I'm also friends with her. I also care about the well-being of my club members, you know? Maybe I'll try talking to her myself. Are you sure about that? She seemed like she wanted to be left alone. Are you sure? Maybe she just had a hard time bringing up with the person of interest. Person of interest? What do you mean by that? Saying that maybe the thing on her mind is you. Me? How on earth would you come to that conclusion? Well, probably shouldn't say too much, but Siri talks about you more than anything else, you know? She's been so much happier ever since you joined the club. Like an extra light was turned on inside her. What? No way. Siri's always like that. She's always being full of sunshine. It's not any different now that it always has been. You're still funny, Rascal. Now that you... Have you thought that maybe you've always seen her so cheerful? Because that's just how she is when she's around you? I have said too much. I'm sorry, what do I know anyway? I didn't mean to jump to conclusions, so you should forget about what I said. Try to talk to her, so try not to think about it for now. Alright, Monica smiles meaningfully. I know she said to forget about it, but I already know that I won't be able to get her words out of my head. Monica stands in the front desk across from Siri is sitting. Watch her kneel down next to Siri and gently talk to her. She's keeping her voice so quiet that I can't hear from here. And I sigh and sit down to myself. Siri told me not to worry about her having fun with everyone else. It's impossible to do when she's behaving like this. Like, how much do I care about her that I'm letting her this weigh me down so much? Now it feels like I'm the one behaving out of the ordinary. There's nothing I can do besides wait for Monica. Hey you. Look up to see Natsuki next to me. Are you just gonna sit there and keep staring at nothing? There isn't that much time, so sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry or anything. It's not like that I'm worried. Natsuki glances down at her side. She's holding a volume of manga in her hand. That's right. Something just came up for a minute, but we can get started now. I won't make you wait any longer. Jeez, now you're making me feel like a jerk. If something's bothering you, then you can just tell me to leave you alone, and I will. I mean, assuming you didn't feel like talking about or anything. Just practicing what was that last part. Nah, I'm probably making it seem like a bigger deal than it is. I just been thinking about Sari, that's all. Sari? Thinking about her? Yeah, she seemed pretty down today, but she didn't want to admit it to me. So I can't help but wonder if something happened to her. Oh, Natsuki accent. Well, first of all, you should really work on your phrasing. But anyway, you're her best friend, right? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. In that case, you think you should trust her a little more. If she needed you, then you would be the first person she'd go to, right? Well, I guess that's true. I mean, some people just have those days. You can't always avoid it. If anything, she probably doesn't want you to worry about her because it's not important. Yeah, that's kind of what she said to me. Maybe it's not right for me to go against her wishes. Exactly. She needs you to worry about her. No, go hide upstairs. She needs you to worry about her, then it'll be a lot more obvious. Yeah, I should have thought about it from the start. Natsuki fills with the book she's holding in her hands. See, she really means a lot to you, doesn't she? Don't get the wrong idea or anything. We've just been friends for a long time. It's normal to be worried about your friends. I mean, you were worried about me, so... I was not. Jeez, if you're fine, then let's hurry up and get started already. Yeah. Okay, everyone. Some time passes, Monica calls out to the club room. Why don't we share our poems now? Before I know it, everything is back to normal. Everyone goes to retrieve their poems, and I do the same. I make eye contact with Monica, and she smiles at me. I wonder what she was talking about with Sayori. Go with Sayori first. This is your best one so far. It really is nice, Raska. Thanks. Sorry, you've been a little quiet today. Is everything alright? Yeah, of course. Everything is fine. Maybe I'm just a little tired today. You want a nap or something? No, that's silly. Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see the smiles on your face. Alright. Yeah, that's good. I'm still a little surprised. I really thought you would try writing your poems like the way Yuri does. Or even Natsuki. But in the end, yeah. I guess you're the one who likes this one the most. Why? You don't want to get closer with everyone else. Wait, of course I do. But that doesn't mean I need to try so hard to impress them. I still understand you the most, Yuri. I know you have to sometimes put up with me, and I have to sometimes put up with you. But we have a wavelength or something. And this is how the poem came out. Sometimes it feels like you're the only exciting thing in my life. So sometimes it's just easier to write when thinking about you. Sayori? No, Bet, I don't deserve this. You're too nice to me. Why are you doing this? We hear your voice now all of a sudden. If you had fun with everyone else interested, this would be so much easier. Sayori. Glance around there to make sure nobody has noticed. Sayori. I probably never said this, but I don't understand why you're feeling right now. Tell me what will cheer you up. Sayori shakes her head. She sniffles and keeps shaking her head. Finally, she gathers herself to put on a smile. It's nothing. Just a little rain cloud. Sorry you had to see that. I promise that won't happen again. Just smile from everyone, okay? That's all that matters. Go play with everyone else. I'm gonna go home a little bit early today. Sorry. Tell Monica I wasn't feeling okay? See you tomorrow. Before I could say anything else to her, cheerfully walks out of the classroom humming to herself. That's key, I guess. This one's alright, alright? Well, yeah, all as good as yesterday's anyway. See what you're going for, but it's just not really my style. I mean, that's fine. I'm mostly glad you're trying a bit. Well, of course, at least I'm trying. Why are you so emotionally invested in my poems anyway? Isn't that more of a compliment to me? No, gross. Not like I care. It's just that one of us in the club has to make sure you're not slacking off. Really? Well, what if you end up just scaring me away? That's not like you would actually do that. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of fun hanging out here, even if I had to put up with you. Natsuki's elbows connect with my stomach. Oh, maybe I won't mind scaring you away after all. I was just joking. Oh, I know. Don't worry, I was too. How the hell do you call that a joke? That seriously hurt. Well, maybe it was funny to her. I guess that's kind of the point. You should really just watch my mouth around Natsuki. Anyway, Natsuki holds her poem out to me like nothing ever happened. I'll be your beach. Your mind is so full of troubles and fears that diminish your wonder over the years. But today I have a special place, a beach for us to go. A shore reaching beyond your sight, a brilliant sea that sparkles a brilliant light. The walls in your mind will melt away before the sunny glow. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that your daydreams about each day. I'll be the beach that makes you heart leap in a way you thought you had left long ago. Let's bury your heavy thoughts in a pile of sand, bathe in sunbeams and hold my hand. Wash your insecurities in the salty sea and let me see you shine. Let's leave your memories in a footpath trail, set you free in my windy sail. And remember the reasons you are wonderful when you press your lips to mine. I'll be the beach that washes your worries away. I'll be the beach that you daydream about each day. I'll be the beach that makes your heart leap in a way you thought had left you long ago. But if you let me by your side, your own beach, your own escape, you'll learn to love yourself again. Yeah, I felt like I kept writing about negative things, so I wanted to write something nice message for once. Besides, the beach is awesome. It's kind of hard to write anything negative about the beach. So you decided to write about the beach first and then came up with the message later? Yeah, well, it's only because of what happened yesterday. I mean, after Yuri and I realized we kind of wrote about the same thing, she wanted to pick a topic and have both of us write about it or whatever. You can really see her doing that too, making us write about a simple topic, then trying to impress me by coming up with something all fancy. Well, it's not that I care, I just did it anyway. I mean, I guess mine ended up kind of being metaphorical too. But there's nothing wrong with doing that once in a while. At the very least, it's good practice. It is, it's very good practice. Go to Yuri next. Down the list. Hold on. You've definitely improved your writing over the course of these few days. Has my advice been helping you? Yeah, definitely. I'm glad. Sharing your own writing like this, it's a lot more fun and rewarding than I anticipated. I need to remember that thanks to Monica. I think we all felt a little awkward at first, but now it seems like everyone is enjoying sharing their writing and seeing what others think. But I guess I can't really disagree. I was afraid this whole thing would be a chore. But it's a great way for me to spend some personal time with all the girls in the club. But it's been fun getting to know everyone and their writings. And I guess doing some writing myself. Well, have you learned anything about yourself? Well, you know how I like to say that writing is a very personal way to get in touch with yourself. In the end, it doesn't matter if you're a good writer or a bad writer. And even my opinions are just opinions, you know? I always believe that most important is exploring and discovering yourself. That's comforting. I'm kind of afraid of disappointing you in some way or another. Why me? Well, you're always sophisticated with your writing and have the most advice to share. Is that so? Yuri thinks for a good minute. That must be terrible. For me to have become someone whose opinion is fearsome. How unlikable. Yuri, not as bad as you're making it sound in your head. It just means that I respect your opinion. I see. I'm sorry that I always overthink and come to those sort of conclusions. I'm just a little too used to it. Overthinking. Being disliked. Yuri. What am I saying? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring that up. Let's move on. Alright. You want to share your poem now? Okay, here. Beach. I'm over millions of years in making. Okay. I'm over millions of years in the making, where the womb of Earth chaotically meets the surface. Under a clear blue sky, an expanse of bliss. But beneath gray rolling clouds, an endless enigma. The easiest world to get lost in is the one where everything can be found. One can only build a sandcastle where the sand is wet, but where the sand is wet, the tide comes. Will it gently lick at your foundations until you give in, or will it suddenly will a sudden wave send you crashing down in the blink of your eye? Either way, the outcome is the same. Yet we still build sandcastles. I stand where the foam wraps around my ankles, where the toes squish into the sand. The salty air is therapeutic. The breeze is gentle yet powerful. I sink my toes into the ultimate boundary line, tempting by the foamy tendrils. Turn back and I abandon my piece to a road at the shore. Drift forward and I return to earth forevermore. Okay. More of the beach is kind of an inane thing to write about, but I did my best to write a metaphorical approach to it. Yeah, Natsuki already told me about it. She did? She didn't say anything weird, did she? She just wanted us to write about the same topic again. I suppose it's better to compare the difference in our writing styles or thought process. Anyway, it was her idea. Knowing her, it was no surprise she wanted to do something like that. She probably just wants to show off. It's not like I have a particular interest in her writing style. I just went with her request. But, well, I suppose it's not so bad to write about something so simple on occasion. Wait, water a second. It's be refreshing, you know? It's good for me to calm my thoughts once in a while. Yeah, I think I agree. Thanks for sharing. Before we go on to Monica, I'm getting some fucking water. Back in like 2 seconds. Previous streams, my laundry room is right next to my bedroom. And with the way the water goes, I have a little sink there. So I can just walk into my laundry room and get water. It's rather nice. Alright, Monica, last person to see the poem. Have you thought about what you want to submit for the poem festival? Well, being in this club is one thing, but performing in front of a bunch of people, I'll have to give it some more thought. Okay, no pressure. Whatever you do, I'm sure it'll turn out great. It would also make me happy to see. Anyway, let's talk about today's poem. Sure. I'm going to take the poem. I'm holding it in my hands. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one that you wrote. You two are a little dynamic duo. It's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in this club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy. I'm just teasing. I know a lot of bit of time takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone. But Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. You can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not like unapproachable or anything, am I? Oh no, it's nothing like that. I'm still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah, I'm sorry if I was putting pressure on you or anything. I really didn't mean anything like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, alright. Anyway, I'll share my poem with you now, alright? Alright. The Lady Who Knows Everything. An old tale tells of a lady who wanders earth. The lady who knows everything. Beautiful lady who has found every answer, all meaning, all purpose, and all that was ever sought. And here I am, a feather. Lost adrift the sky, victim of the currents of the wind. Day after day I search with little hope, knowing legends don't exist, but when else failed me, when all others have turned away, the legend is all that remained, the last dim star glimmering of the twilight sky. Till one day, the wind ceases to blow. I fall, and I fall, and fall, and fall ever more. Gentle as a feather, a dry quill expressionless. But a hand catches me between the thumb and forefinger, the hand of a beautiful lady. I look at her eye and find no end to her gaze. The lady who knows everything, knows what I'm thinking before I can speak. She responds in a hollow voice. I have found every answer, all of which amount to nothing. There's no meaning, there is no purpose, and we seek only the impossible. I am not your legend does not exist. and with a breath she blows me back afloat. I pick up a gust of wind. You know, feels like I'm learning and looking for answers to all sorts of things that give life meaning. Not to get too philosophical or anything, but it was kind of mine, so that's what I wrote about. I see. I never really put too much thought into it. In a way, it's almost paradoxical, because if I had all the answers, wouldn't the world start to lose its meaning? You know, there's one thing I noticed. It seemed like everyone in the club prefers writing about things that are more sad than happy. Are you surprised? I mean, if everything was okay, we wouldn't really have anything to write about. Humans aren't two-dimensional creatures. I think you know that better than anyone. You mean one-dimensional? Yeah, that. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Are you ever too shy to share your writing because you're afraid it's not that good? You're really just starting to get lukewarm response to something you put so much into. But if you find other people who are enjoying writing, then share becomes a lot easier. Because instead of just telling you that your writing is good or okay or bad, they want to focus more on everything that went into it and the things that you can work on. It's much more encouraging that way. It will make you want to continue improving. It's almost like having your own literature club, don't you think? That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay, you three. We're all done sharing poems, right? Why don't we start figuring out... Hold on a second. It's just me, or did you say something strange just now? Something did sound a bit unusual. That's right. You voted your usual catchphrase when addressing the book club. Catchphrase? You don't have a catchphrase. Jeez. Why is the mood so weird today? Look, even Yuri isn't immune to it. Stagnation in the air is a common foreshadow of something terrible about to happen. In your books, maybe. Look, the only difference is that Surya isn't here. Ah, seems you're right. Surya is always helps lighten the mood a little bit, doesn't she? It's almost like everyone's balance is thrown off a little when she's not around. Where the heck did she run off to anyway? I thought she just went to pee. That's good, please show some decency. Oh, come on. Ah, she actually wasn't feeling too well and went home early. Is that so? Hope she's alright. Seriously. All times to not go home with her, you pick the time she's not feeling well? So much for you two being all lovey-dovey. No. First of all, stop misunderstanding my friendship with Shiori. And second, she's kind of been avoiding me today, so I didn't want to force it. Oh, that's a curious expression. Coming from Yuri of all people? Calm down, guys. Talked to her earlier, everything is fine. What did she say? Anyway, we need to figure out the rest of the festival preparation, so let's decide what everyone else will be doing this weekend. I already know what I'm doing. That's right. Basketball will be making cupcakes, but we need to make lots of them, in different flavors. Can you handle all that by yourself, Nesky? Challenge accepted. For myself, I'm going to be printing, assembling, and all the poetry pamphlets. Sarah will be helping me design them. And as for Yuri, you can, guys, can you help me out with something for Yuri? Useless. No. That's not at all. You're the most talented person here, you know? And Natsuki's plotting too. Jeez, even I can tell. Guess I never give Sarah enough credit, but I can tell things are even harder on you when she's not around. That may be the case, but if I can be the leader on my own, then I won't grow as a person. So Yuri, you have beautiful handwriting, you know? So you should make some banners and decorations to help set the atmosphere. I'm about that. I love the atmosphere. Yuri's expression suddenly changes. She stares at her desk, focused, and starts nodding to herself. Your mind is always racing, I see. That's great. You'll be wonderful help, Yuri. But anyway, that just leaves you. The one who is truly useless. Don't say that. In fact, Natsuki and Yuri have pretty heavy tasks to handle. I would go a long way to give one of them a hand. You'd always help me out as well. I would be really appreciative of that. That's my suggestion. I spend the weekend with one of my club members. I wonder if they're going to respond to me suggestion. I suppose I wouldn't mind a bit of help. But even if you don't know how to bake, there's always some dirty work I can give you. Whisper. Not like Monica's giving me a choice. You shouldn't be sitting on your butt anyway. Natsuki tries to mumble a bunch of excuses like that. If I recall, Natsuki, you mentioned that you would like to handle the baking on your own. As it may not like to be around if you only make him out to be a nuisance. So therefore, you may be more suited to assisting the decoration. Hold on, I never said that. How hard could it be to make a few decorations anyway? Sounds more like you're just making excuses for Vasquez. What are you saying? You're extremely meticulous work. And baking isn't? So what do you think? Guys, let's settle down for a moment. In the end, it's up to Vasquez to decide how he'd like to contribute. Besides, he hasn't really gotten the chance to spend any time with me just yet, you know? I'm sure he's interested in. You literally just said, as well. Sorry. I was just saying though. Jeez. Can we just settle this already? Yeah. Okay, well in the end, it's up to you. Of course. Very well. In that case, everyone look straight at me. Do I actually get to choose? So I can't choose Monaco or Saori. I mean, I wouldn't help anyone. I prefer helping Saori. I mean, we're neighbors then. And Monica said, I said Saori would be helping her. Jeez, really hate us that much? No. Sorry, I didn't mean for the to be this difficult. Just think of the club, okay? I'm more artistic, so we're going with Yuri. Probably more useful helping out Yuri. Are you serious? Why would you? Natsuki. Tell you and say something to me. No. I was just saying, helping Yuri then. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm glad. I have a bad habit of overthinking these sort of things. So I think your assistance will be very useful. That's great to hear. Natsuki, will you be able to handle baking yourself? I mean, yeah, I already said it would be fine. Okay. Everyone can tell Natsuki is feeling a little sour. So is that everything we need to go over? Yeah, that should be about it. You guys excited? Well, excited may not be the right word, but I suppose I'm looking forward to it a little bit. You feel the same way? Me? Yeah, I guess you could say. I'm interested. See how it'll turn out? That's good enough for me. What about you, Natsuki? Natsuki? What? Why is everyone yelling at me? I didn't even do anything. No, that's not what I meant at all. Yuri anxiously glanced between everyone in the room. I'm sorry for this. I don't really know why Vasquez picked me. And also, your cupcakes are the best cupcakes I've ever had. They go really well with my tea. And nothing that I do for the event will compare to that. So I get it. Kind of surprised though. Why? I'm the one acting immature. I already know that. But you're trying to cheer me up all of a sudden. I know I'm not very good at it. I'm sorry I said something bad. Natsuka's the only one surprised. Monica and I are out taking about Yuri's words. And she already has trouble with words, trying to cheer someone up must be far out of her own comfort zone. But I begin to understand. Yuri was trying to sound like Sarah. Even if it didn't work perfectly, I could tell she tried to say something Sarah would say at a time like this. Because Sarah always helps everyone smile and feel good about themselves. No, I kind of appreciate it. I'm sorry for making a big deal out of nothing. And say this. You better bet that my cupcakes are going to be the best part of the whole event. Note to self, have cough drops for tomorrow. I believe you. Yeah, I hope to see everyone do their best. But with that, there's nothing more for me to say. So I guess it's time for us to head out. Alright, let's get out of here then. Everyone packs up their things. I start to follow Monica and Natsuki out the door, as they could chat between each other. I turn around. Sorry, I realize I don't have any way of contacting you this weekend. Oh, you're right. Can't believe it slipped my mind. Should I give you my phone number? I think that would be the best way, yes. Alright then. Yuri and I exchange phone numbers. Okay. And I'll stop by your house on Sunday. My house? Yeah, is that a problem? No, not at all. I just thought I would be the one going to your house since I'm the one helping you. I suppose that makes sense, but if you don't mind, I think I'd prefer going to your house. Alright, in that case, it won't be a problem. I decided not to press Yuri for a reason. It's not like I should matter much either way, so I'll just need to make sure my room is clean. I hope I manage to make myself useful in some way. I'm not nearly as creative as you are. I don't understand yourself. Don't underestimate yourself. I think we'll make a very productive team. Even if you only chose me because you felt bad or something. Wait, you don't actually think of that, do you? I don't know. It's difficult to come up with any other reason you may chosen me. Forgotten that one reason the most common sense. Just to help you because that's what I wanted to do. But Yuri thinks to herself with an extremely tense expression. Yuri, you're overthinking this. You wanted me to point out when you're overthinking, right? I didn't realize I'm telling you I want to. That's all there is to it. Do you believe me? Yuri thinks really hard again. She looks straight into my eyes for a long while. I believe you. As if it took her tremendous effort, Yuri finally says it and relaxes her expression. Am I really looking forward to Sunday? Yeah, I am too. After the exchange, I make my way out the door and Yuri follows. Can't believe this. Yuri's going to come to my house on Saturday. Even though I would have preferred to do this with Yuri, my anxiety still shoots through the roof. I guess I've gotten pretty used to handling her at this point. But who knows what might end up happening when we're outside the school. She even told me she was looking forward to it. I shake my head. Why do I feel like nervous as Yuri to find out about this? It's not like we feel that way about each other. Besides, like Monica said, this is about the club. I have nothing to worry about. If I just go with it, then I'll have a good time. Dun dun dun! Content warning! For anyone watching this, depression, self-hate. And as my thing comes up, you're not allowed to give up. You're worth it. Fuck the depression demons. Yeah. All that fun shit. Well, not so fun shit, I guess. Depression is a serious thing. It's the reason why contact warning is here. Drink some more fucking water before I destroy my fucking throat. It's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri upcoming day. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri's clearly an introvert, and also an intimate person in general. There's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've been texting occasionally. She's extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard anything from Sarah since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sarah said and what Monica said. Is it really okay for me to put Sarah's feelings aside when she might need me? Decided to visit Sarah before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like what we've done in the past. Once I reach Sarah's house, I knock on the door, entering myself. Again, we use the place so often, we've made it a habit simply entering each other's house like we're family. House is quiet. Sarah isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange in front of her not run down and greet me. Head up to the bedroom where I finally find her. Sarah? Hi, Basket. I sit down in her room. Sarah forces a smile, but it's easy to tell she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much really changed, has it? Sarah's room is as messy as... Her room's not messy at all. A little bits here and there, but that's normal. I also recognize the same stuffed animal and wall decorations that she had for years now. If you came over here more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but wait, how'd you know that? Sarah already had left by the time we decided at the last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. What about you? Aren't you going to help Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. More silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. Finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you're doing. After you left Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. It's no good, Basket. Why can't it just be like it? Man, this is my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have came here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori. I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. It's all I know. I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really gonna make me say it, aren't you? Guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know this? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy in carrying waste by having them spend time on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. If you are feeling like this at all, anyone who watches this can relate to her at all, do not hesitate to reach out to your friends. Trust me, they do care, and they will be there for you. I'm in shock. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time I've known her? She really want so badly for me just to not think about her? Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed by your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. Even if there's only so much I could do. I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Sorry. Water. Don't shot. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and getting closer to everyone in the club feels like a spirit going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right. That I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings and everything. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to stop. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, there's nothing. There's nothing at all. The only thing that could help me is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. I finally showed you that what a horrible person I am. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. Yeah, it's my punishment punished by my heart hurting in a way that I couldn't understand. Now you came here and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments because I deserve every last one. While thinking, I once again oh shit. Press buttons. Good. This time I pull her in a tight embrace. Sayori, I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, that's just a bonus. Please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have had it any other way. Saria's hugging me back, despite my arms being wrapped around her. Saria's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. I barely managed to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. All I want for her is to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything that you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori pulls her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. But your hugs are so warm. And that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go, and she does so I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's going to be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. All days, this has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, do you want to come over and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. Sorry, I don't know if I would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. Shouldn't be worrying too much about, and we're definitely going to have some great times tomorrow. Should focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Thank goodness. You're a little early. Thought I wasn't home. Sorry, I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here, but I started really nervous when nobody answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you that and hurried more on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think about that for some reason. Should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. Did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. At least I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. Take Yuri to my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Cleaned it before you came over. So considerate of you today. No. I'd be really embarrassed for my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. They would have been more embarrassing. Wait, don't go look at there. I snatched Yuri's wrist, which was about to process opening the Dutch drawer. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason. I was just spacing out. It's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both her hands firmly on her lap, as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. A few things planned that you can help with. Decoration and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancements? You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles. Oh, wow. I didn't know she planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place, although many will stop by just out of curiosity. And for cupcakes, I guess. I'm determined to find an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? That's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? It makes me feel relieved. And kind of happy. Yeah, no need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Oh yeah? Like what? Let's see. Yuri runs through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and cylinder-shaped objects. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and use candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? Yeah, that'd be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. I'm familiar with aromatherapy. Not familiar at all. Is that so? One of my favorite contributors to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you choose, you can change the mood in the air itself. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. Just a moment, a ray of vapor begins to spout through a small hole on the top. Wow, that smells wonderful. What kind of mood is that one for? This one's jasmine essential oil. It smells like sweet, flowery, right? It's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more relaxation. Jasmine enhances your emotions and helps you feel them flow through your body. You feel warmer and your heart pound more heavily. Don't you think that would be perfect for sharing our poems? It does sound suitable. But you seem to know a lot about this. I'll trust your opinion over that. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She again reaches into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. What are those for? Well, she pushes the origami paper I asked you to get? Yeah, I have it over there. We won't be using the paper for clothing origami. What I'd like to do is write down different words on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would also catch the eye of those passing the room. May attract some to peek inside. Sorry. It's almost my bedtime. It's really creative. I had no idea. You're so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I do get a little intense, you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is it more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Maybe it's the excitement she feels sharing something that she enjoys. Here's some article, Prescott. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I finish cutting the ribbons. Alright, sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. Carefully draw different characters on each paper. Doing my best to manage the bad handwriting. Yuri unravels a long strand of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle has an intricate pattern of weaves and etched into it. The blade itself is gently tinted blue. It's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, Barris looks. What is it? You're going to think it's weird. Ray, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge. To each their own, you know? Promise you won't wear it out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. Thing is, I'm kinda into knives. They're just so pretty. Can't help it. I don't know what it is. Combination of craftsman and feeling danger, maybe. What are you saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. It's just funny how nervous you get about sharing. It's interesting thing to be into, I guess. But I think it kind of suits you. Suits me. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yuri relaxes her expression once again. Would you like to hold it? Sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. It feels heavy and extremely solid. Where'd you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of my knife with my index finger. Ow. Why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. Barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like paper. Oh. A small drop of trickles down the side of my finger. Barry takes the hand and gives me the wound a closer look. Stares and notices fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. Feel her tongue curl around my finger. Well then. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head her spirit up. Yuri, it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sure it was a little weird. It took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know that? Might be a stupid thing to do, but I can do it anyway. Take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Did you really just do that? Now we're even. She looks at me like I did something wrong. Knew that would be a bad idea. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri call me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one actually. It's a tiny cut. Looks like it already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We each resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cutting through the ribbing like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue to make progress on the paper. After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. Looks like I can better than I expected. It will be very effective during. Looks great. Good thing coming up with this, Yuri. Thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? I'd like to create a banner. So I asked you to buy paint tablets. That's right. One of the items Yuri asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. We need about 6 cups of water to put each tablet in. You mind fetching those for us? Of course not. 6 cups of water. Be right back in a minute. Thank you very much. Oh, and just a bit of water, okay? If you fill these cups too much, it'll be too diluted. Here's why I decided to use small plastic bathroom cups rather than full-size glasses. Put them on a plate to catch any paint that drips out and then come back to my room. Yuri? Yes? Comes Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeve, putting it back to her arm. She cuts herself. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Is it too hot in here or anything? No, not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes upon herself to unwrap tablets and dropping them into cups. So, I thought we need to do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors for a sunrise in daytime, then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it from the wall behind the podium in front of the classroom. Neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling the banner, I kneel at the opposite side so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush to add a few dots of different colors across the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels like the art class project we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean that at all. Kind of fun, you know? Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting and pour him out, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things and have fun. In fact, I usually don't even want to. I just like when I can spend time with one other person. Even if that's something simple like reading, doesn't even have to matter if we don't talk about it. So, just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way about things like anime and games, where simply sharing that experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles greatly. I knew you'd understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush. I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Yeah, sorry. Yuri reels back and I quickly lift my hand in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. Not your fault. Your face. There's droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Something on my face? I actually got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I get a towel right away. Rush over in a small towel and dampen it on hot water. I turn to kneel back down on the in front of her. Here, pat down Yuri's face and next with toe. Ah, something wrong? It's hot. I just didn't expect it. Sorry. I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to react to my hand. But Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait, just for a little longer. Feels really nice. Keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eye. It's an intense expression that I recognize when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped in her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? Is there an aroma of jasmine oil giving off dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my ear. Suddenly, her face seems much closer to mine than it was a moment ago. Ah, Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over, so again, Yuri picks up her brush again. Moving her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, focused on the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finished off a night sky with white dots that looks like stars. Looking at a banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. Really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you going to add the lettering now? Not yet. You should try first. That's true, but it won't take a while. Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do that. Lettering in the classroom before the event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Phew. You say that like you're glad it's over. Is it wrong to assume you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? No, it's not that. I'm glad we managed to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. You start making dinner soon. So you don't have any time left? Secretly hoping we could have an extra time to finish work. Well, Mary thinks to herself, I think it would be too irresponsible for me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all. And the important thing is that we've got everything done, right? Yeah, so I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all her things, Yuri seems a little downcast. I understand why. Sounds like she really gets the opportunity to spend time with a friend in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I walk her to the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem, I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything else you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of state that without thinking. Well, today, it's fine that we didn't have much time as we wanted. Because we can do this again. Whenever you want, you can come over or we can go out somewhere. I forget you don't like going out too much. As I stumble over my words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, I know you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful about it. Yuri takes a step closer to me and briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? I don't even get a chance to. Yuri suddenly pulls back. Yuri? Hey. Hi. Yuri. Just now we weren't. It's okay. Stop by to say hi. Well, it's nice to see you. Sorry, but I'm already on my way to leave. Really? That's too bad. Sorry. Be able at the festival tomorrow. So that's fine, right? Of course. Yuri beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Yuri waves goodbye after. Yuri, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but the imagination was being really mean to me. So I had to come here and see it for it myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. Makes me really happy that you've made such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start falling down Sarah's face. It's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why do I feel like the house is splitting in two? Hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. It would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sarah, don't say that. It's true, Vasquez. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with being selfish. Once again, you are having thoughts like this. Reach the fuck out to someone. It's it's okay to reach out to people. You wouldn't have to put up being selfish. Monica was right. I should just. Monica? Monica was right about one. Sorry. What I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes on an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But Sari looks away. Put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sari? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sari, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and started to like you too much. Did this to myself. I like you so much that I want to die. That's how I feel. And that's enough, Sari. I don't want you to hurt anymore. Slide my hand in Sari's arm and squeeze her hand on my own. You remember how I said I always know what's best for you? Do you still believe me? Or at least Sari nods. Even if you don't understand all your own feelings, I know that you need the most right now. That's what I'm going to give you. I love you. Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you can like me more than I like you. Should have realized it sooner, but spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, helped me realize you are truly the most important person to me. That's why I accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, you by my side, then I know we'll both be happy. Suddenly, Sarah wrapped her arms tightly around me. Is this really okay? Yeah? No, Sarah, my arms pull her closer. You never have to let go of me again. I love you. Want to be with you forever. Me too. Feel Sarah's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this? Sarah? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me, but why? Even now. Why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all. It's okay, Sarah. It might take some time for things to get better. But no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay, I trust you. So we're gonna slowly release each other. So, guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it's always been, even if we really are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. Really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Okay, that's good. It's very good. This at me once more, smiling sadly. Even if I get really sad, it's the best thing for me, right? I don't understand what Sarah means by that. Are you saying that this makes you feel sad? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me you loved me. But that's why I want to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sarah. I know that I love her and she loves me, but I have so much trouble understanding Sarah's feeling as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. And all these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. Is that what Sarah meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know. But I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sarah's the most important person to me. And I'll do whatever it takes to have a little happy future with her. Giant content warning. Suicide. In fact, I'm going to put a giant message. Warning. Manually unpaid until I end the stream. It's the day of the. It would help if I was actually on the fucking stream. As I said, you're not allowed to give up. That is why my go live notification is that, because I know people struggle for that with there are those that struggle with these thoughts, struggle wanting giving up, struggle maybe not suicide, but just giving up in general. You're not allowed to give up. All days I was expecting this to be the one where I'd be walking to school with Sori, but Sori isn't answering her phone. Considered going to her house and waking up, decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry and I gently roll it up and take it with me. Send me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything I assured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as not scared about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Siri and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be too good too. You're the first one here. Thanks for being early. It's funny, I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica's placing little booklets on each desk at the classroom. They must have been the ones she prepared and have all the poems performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So that's the one I'll be performing. Surprised you didn't bring Terry with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You'd think that on days this important, she'd try a little harder. Say that by something Mama suddenly told me yesterday. Suddenly I feel awful knowing it's not nearly as that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. Huh. Take a little responsible for her. I mean, especially after your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. The club president, after all. But, I stammer embarrassed. Sorry to tell her about it that quickly? That we're a couple now? Didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You know the full story at all, so don't worry. Probably know a lot more than you think. Monica's really friendly as usual, but for some reason, I feel a chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. Grandma Flash laid in the desk. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this definitely helped people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving an almost professional feel. Recognize Natsuki and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? Flipped to Sarah's poem. It's different from the ones she practiced. It's one I haven't read before. It's just get out of my head multiple times over and over again. I know what I do what I know is best for you. Get in my head when I listen to everything she said to me. I finish writing this poem. Never finished. It just stops moving. What's this? Reading the poem, I get a pain in my stomach. Okay, what's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm going to get your so, well, alright. Try not to take too long. Quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls after me. Quicken my pace. For content purposes, I'm going to subject myself to it, but because of trigger warnings, and I'm going to read what happens on the screen, I am going to turn off the display. That's just because content warning, yada yada yada, and I have a feeling, especially with trigger warning, suicide, we're about to see some not nice things. I should have tried a little bit harder for Sarah. It's not a big deal, at least wait for her and help her wake up. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they have always been. She all she needs and what I want to give her. Reach Sarah's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer. She's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I open the door and let myself in. Sarah, she really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. Can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house. Really something a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, just feels right. I'll say to her as I knock on the door. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. Really don't want to have to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Oh shit, she's hung herself. I mean, not entirely. What the hell? What the hell? Isn't this a nightmare? Are you trying to distract me? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sarah wouldn't do this. Everything up was normal up until a few days ago. This is why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. Suppose that just yesterday, told Sarah I would be there for her. Told her I know what's best, that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could she be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. Snooze the ad break. I should have confessed to her. That's not what Sarah needed at all. She even told me how painful it was for others to care about her. Then why did I confess to her? Why did I make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swimming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and remained friends with her like I've always been. Then I could have prevented this. To continue other certain rants. In the event you do have someone in your life that commits suicide, don't blame yourself. Don't blame the victim. Don't blame yourself. It is it is life, and unfortunately, we don't know the battles, mental health battles people are struggling with, and sometimes they lose, and that's just all it comes down to. So don't think like the main protagonist of the game is. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. Someone who... She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset, and try something different. I only had one chance and wasn't careful enough. And now I'll carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still can't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 End. This name is not suitable for children who are easily disturbed. Oh, she's corrupted now. Okay. Alright, welcome back. Hey, girl, no adventure. So each time it is legitimately replaying of the game. Alright. I mean, technically that is the game. But, like, no, there's other apps and shit. There's my neighbor. You know that kind of Freddy I've never seen waking up. Also, the plus gives you the palm. Okay. Oh. Someone. Some of the comments. Shit, I don't know. Huh. Anyway. Ah. That's interesting. Okay. All right. Huh. Okay. We'll save.